Did you know that 90% of archery elk hunters fail to harvest an elk? So only 10% of the guys coming out west to hunt are going to be successful. Are you going to be in the 90% or are you going to be in the 10%? That is completely up to you and how you prepare for your hunt. My name is Cole Wilkes, and I'm here to help in any way that I can. And hopefully this will motivate you to do what it takes to become successful on your backcountry hunt. What's up, y'all? Oh, man. It is hot here in Texas right now. Out here shooting my bow. First of all, I want to say thank you to every single one of you guys that have subscribed to the channel. As of current right now, we are sitting at like 916 subscribers today, which is super awesome. You know, my channel hasn't been around very long. I just kind of really started putting content out last year. You guys clicked on the video. Please do one more thing for me and click one more time on that subscribe button. Follow along. I leave in 19 days to head to Oregon. We'll be up there hunting elk for probably about 5 or 6 days. And then Kyle and I go down to Colorado, and we'll be there for 4 weeks. I'm going to be hunting elk a total of 35 days this year. Just like last year and the year before and the year before. You know, I've been doing this for 7 years, y'all. And as a flatlander, I know now what it takes to be successful. A lot of y'all are watching YouTube videos, trying to learn everything that you can to try to be as successful as you possibly can. Well, guys, I got news for you. Your gear don't make a shit. It don't matter what, what equipment you have or anything like that. The biggest factor in you being successful is yourself, is you investing in yourself. That's investing in time, learning how to call, investing in shooting your bow and being proficient at being as deadly as you can. And I want to show you the best way to practice on those shots. And not only that, to get your body conditioned for going up and down these huge mountains. I'm telling you right now, guys, it is going to be, if this is your first time, okay, it is going to be the most difficult thing that you have probably ever done as far as hunting goes. And some of y'all, this might be the hardest thing you've ever done in your life. Like, I know it might seem like, if you've never been out there, it might seem all gravy and easy when you're looking at it on Google Earth or on Onyx Maps and stuff like that. Well, guys, I got news for you. It is huge out there, okay? And it's so intimidating. And if you don't have your body in shape, if your legs are not prepared to hike a couple thousand feet at a time, and not only that, do it under load, then you're not going to be prepared, guys. Don't go waste that money on that tag if you're not prepared as far as your body and your physical capabilities. Now, I'm not saying you've got to be skinny or you've got to be big muscled or anything like that. I'm just saying you've got to be able to hike for days on end. Most of y'all can only take 10 days at a time. Y'all don't have the luxury of taking a whole month like I do, okay? But if you're going to only have 10 days, then guess what? An opportunity at an elk in those 10 days could add up to about 30 seconds. And if you're not prepared to run up to that elk and be right there within shooting distance, then you could miss your entire opportunity. So I want to show you how to simulate hiking the mountain with a load on and get your legs prepared, okay? Hiking with a heavy load on flat land is not going to help you one bit. You've got to simulate the mountain. I want to show you how I go about simulating the mountain on this flat ground right here. You saw me dragging the tire, and at the same time, I'm shooting my bow because, y'all, I don't know how much this whole setup weighs. It's got to be probably around 100 to 125 pounds. Let me show it to you. Okay, this is the best setup that I've found to simulate the mountain, okay? Now, this is the load for me. I'm about 250 pounds. This is about half of my body weight, okay? That I'm dragging down, up and down my driveway. And then once I only use one arrow at a time. And then I drag the tire back over here and then I shoot at my target, okay? Now, the key here is whenever you get strapped up, and this is just a junky little tree stand harness that I use, and then just some straps. And I like it to be long enough so that whenever I get down there, I don't want to drag my tire in the grass because it's almost impossible. But whenever I get right down here, I want to be able to walk over to my target and pull my arrow and then drag back and shoot. And I'm shooting between 30 and 20 yards at a time. So let me get it kind of set up and I'll show you what you want as far as, you know, when you start dragging whatever you're going to drag, you want it to be set up right because you want to be able to lean in and forward to where you can really lean forward and get your legs working. Okay, that's going to simulate that uphill. All right. Of course, I left my camera way over here. I need a little closer. The key is to get to where, I mean, it'll hold me to where I'm leaning forward. I mean, I've got all my weight on the tire right now. I just hit the grass, of course. Okay, I'll move y'all a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's see if I can get this tire back out here. Okay, yeah, you can see me. All right, so the key here is you want this to be heavy enough to where you can barely drag this thing, okay? Once I get tightened up, I can lean forward. My head is probably 2.5 feet out in front of my feet right now, okay? And I want to be able to drag it forward at just a slow walk where it's hard to pull. Whenever you go walking, when you pull your arrow and you start coming back, you want to go backwards, okay? And that simulates the downhill whenever you're out on the mountain, okay? Forward is whenever you're going uphill, and backwards like this is whenever you're going downhill. And you just want to pull this tire, right? As much as you can. Now, pull that tire, and then whenever you're out of breath, you want to try taking a shot because I guarantee you, when you're chasing that elk, you're going to be out of breath no matter what. Boom. If you practice this, guys, if you practice this way, I'm telling you, you will be in such great shape. You're going to be shooting under a realistic situation because your adrenaline's going to be going. Your heart's going to be pumping like you wouldn't believe. If you're practicing shooting an elk with just a low, regular old, everyday heartbeat, guys, you're going to be blown away. When that elk starts coming in, if you're not shooting enough, I've seen guys not even be able to draw their bow back, y'all. So, I mean, that's how important it is. 90% of the guys that go out and do a public land archery elk hunt, this includes residents and it includes non-residents, okay? 90% of these guys fail. And you wanna know why? It's because I guarantee a lot of them don't understand how difficult this really is, okay? And I know you're dreaming about it, and all you can think about is that elk bugling in your face and shooting this giant bull. Guys, the reality of it is far from that, okay? If you don't put in the work and you don't put in the miles and you are not physically capable to at least get to the elk, you're not going to be able to carry that thing out. You're not going to be able to execute a shot. This is the number one way that I've found to be successful, okay? It doesn't matter about your gear. It doesn't matter about all the expensive shit that you buy. I don't care what backpack you've got. I don't care what boots. I can go out there in a pair of tennis shoes, a pair of shorts, and this shirt right here, and I guarantee you, I'll kill an elk because I know what it takes, you guys. I know for a fact what it takes. I've been doing this for 7 years straight. I haven't missed a year yet, okay? Number one is make sure that you're in good shape. Number two, make sure that you can shoot, because 30 seconds of your entire trip, if you have that opportunity and that bull steps out in front of you, you've got about 30 seconds, and that might be pushing it. You might only have 10 seconds. Be prepared to execute when the situation arises, y'all. I'm a flatlander. You guys watch all of these guys. I'm sure you watch Born and Raised and Hushin' and Elk 101 and Corey Jacobson and Randy Newberg and Brian Call, the Gritty Bowman, Gritty Podcast. I mean, you name it. Guess what, guys? They live out there in the West. They live out there where the elk are. They can hike those mountains every day. We can't. We don't have that luxury of being able to go out and scout and do all this. It doesn't matter, okay? The number one thing you've got to understand if you're coming from out east is you have to be prepared, y'all. It doesn't matter anything about your gear. Start dragging that tire. As shitty as it may seem, this is my hill right here. I don't have to go anywhere to find a hill to hike. This is my hill. Look how much I'm sweating. I don't know if you can see it. I've only been out here for 15 minutes. I try to do this about an hour every day. Every day, shoot your bow and drag that tire, and I guarantee you, you're going to have success whenever it comes to getting up there and getting in the right position to kill that elk. Doesn't matter what elk, bull, cow, whatever you're after. The biggest thing is making sure that you can take care of the situation whenever it comes time, and then the meat. Think about carrying one hind quarter of a bull can weigh upwards of 125 pounds. Are you prepared to carry that? I know I am. 100%. We carried my bull out last year. I killed him 4 hours into the season. I was 6.5 miles from the truck. It took me 9 hours. Me and my partner carried him out all in one trip. 9 hours to get back to the truck, y'all. I'm gonna go down here and pull these arrows. Start dragging the tire. This is such an easy setup, and you can do it with just a belt around your waist. You don't have to have like a harness. The thing I like about the harness is I'm able to lean forward just like I'm going up that mountain. Like I said before, hit that subscribe button if you're not. I really appreciate all of the support. I hope you guys are following along. I'll be elk hunting in 19 days, okay? And I hope that you're there to follow along with us. And man, good luck this season, y'all. I hope this helps you. I hope this, I know it's just a short time still, but next year, maybe you'll start doing this around February or March, and then do it out throughout the whole summer. That way, you know, come September, when you only have those 7 to 10 days to get it done, your body's not going to hold you back. Guarantee you that. It's that simple. Practice, 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 practice. Work those legs.